St. Louis match tomorrow. I'm just curious, for you personally, you mentioned last time that you guys played, you've been in that stadium as a fan, what it'll be like to play in it, but as the opponent.
I've tried to not think about it too much, but it's hard not to. I think it'll be special because I'll know at least a few hundred people in the stadium. But it's trying to treat it as like any other game. But obviously, I'm sure after the game, seeing my family, it'll be a lot more special, and everybody that I've grown up with and that's made me the person and player that I am. So.
Can you kind of speak a little bit about just the rivalry between the two teams and cities? I mean, from an outside perspective, but now being in it, what is this rivalry like, and how would you describe it maybe to people who don't see this yet as one of the premier rivalries in the league?
I think from the outside, when I was not in it, I knew it was St. Louis didn't like Kansas City, but now that I'm in it, it's like a lot more than not just liking. It's like over everything, the barbecue, which city's better, and I fully think Kansas City's better in every single way. But yeah, and then on the field, you could tell. I mean, the game we played against them this year at home was different than any of the other games, I feel like, with the amount of energy. I mean, as soon as we come out for warm-ups, the St. Louis fans are going crazy, start their chants, and I'm sure when we go to St. Louis it'll be the same way, but it just, you can feel it. And there's more, not hatred on the field, but something like that.
You've been a pro for a little bit now. I guess, how do you keep that balance of not allowing yourself to get up too much for a game, but also being able to get up for a game like this?
I think I've learned little different ways, just kind of self-talk, a lot of books I've read, just kind of staying in the moment, not thinking ahead. I've been doing that a lot, especially during the games, just taking it one step at a time, one play at a time, and that's really helped me and developed my game early in my career.
And you guys defensively have had a couple of great performances here. Obviously, the goal you guys concede against Portland, there's not a ton you guys can do about that. What has your takeaway been from the last couple of performances?
I think you're just starting to see a lot more like continuity with the team, and especially the back line, John, just like the center. I feel like we're just a lot more talking, a lot more moving on the same page. And it just feels a lot like we're not scrambling around. I feel like earlier in the season, it looked like we were just not moving with each other. And then now it's just like wherever the person playing next to me moves, I know where to move, so.
Is that communication or just kind of knowing them now?
I think just playing with someone multiple games in a row. I think I've played with Robbie now maybe 2.5 games. Or something like that. And I think it's just the minutes. I mean, also you're communicating, but a lot of it is just the way you move and you see them move, and then you get to know people. Because like, if you don't know the people playing next to you, then you're not going to know what their next move is going to be. So yeah.
And you've been a player, I think, over the last several games has been sometimes a little fiery. Are you kind of relishing that role, or do you even think about that?
It's just kind of who I am, and I think at the beginning it didn't really come out because, it's kind of funny. I came in a preseason talk and kind of tell myself, just don't let your full personality come out too early, and then the last 3 or 4 games it's starting to come out a little bit. But that's just who I care so much about winning, helping the people around me, and I think it comes out in that way. I just get very intense, and in the games I want to win at all cost. And it comes off. I feel like I'm kind of I'm on the right side of the line. I know how to keep myself from going over the line, but so yeah.
But it seems like you're relishing that role.
Yes, definitely. I like that role.
Especially against St. Louis.
Yeah, especially against St. Louis.
Jansen, the last time you played these guys, there was so much going on within the club leading up to that game, and I know it was a really emotional game. It was Kerry's first game in a long time for this club without Peter on the sideline. So does it feel a little different going into this second meeting with them, maybe less distractions outside of the lines?
Yeah, I feel like it's maybe a little different. I mean, honestly, that feels like so long ago now. But yeah, no, it feels different. I feel like the group knows what Kerry wants out of us. We know what he likes, and I feel like there's just a lot more like maybe structure. Like it's just a normal game for us. So
Defensively, do you guys feel like you've started to get to a point now where you're kind of cutting out those self-inflicted wounds and some of those mistakes that earlier in the season were leading to goals?
100%. I feel like we know when to take risk and when not to. And I guess just need to work on defending bicycle kicks a little bit. But yeah, I feel like we're not giving other teams the chances that we were early in the season. And it's shown. I think we've given up 3 goals in the last 3 games, and 2 of them bikes. So yeah, no, it's definitely trending in a positive direction.
How frustrating is that when you know you have defended well for 90 minutes and it takes, a pair of wonder goals that barely happen with great regularity to beat you guys?
I mean, that's just kind of why we play this game. It's the unpredictability. I mean, the last 3 games we've lived a bike, a game where we have 0 shots, we win, and the bike, it's what's fun about it. Obviously, you want to win all those games, but sometimes Kerry talks a lot about how you can control how you prepare, and sometimes you just can't control the result. I think we've been putting in good performances, and we feel that we'll come out on the right side of it more times than not if we keep playing like we are.
And just real quick, do you remember the last game you've, maybe watched as a fan in St. Louis?
Yeah, last summer, I remember I was in the stands just eating some nacho, probably some not very good food for you, and I was like, wow, these guys are so good. This would be not even thinking, oh, I could be playing less than a year on the field against them. But yeah,
It's kind of full circle moment for you.
yeah, 100%.